Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news in the high-stakes world of the NFL. Changes happen faster than you can blink, and right now, there's a buzz that's got Packers fans talking. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake the NFC North to its core. A trade that might see the Baltimore Ravens star linebacker, Roquan Smith, donning the green and gold. Now I know what you're thinking. Roquan Smith. He's been a force to reckon with since entering the league, and the idea of him in a Packers uniform is thrilling, especially considering what he could bring to our defense, which has been seeking that game-changing edge for a while now. The chatter started with some reports from trusted NFL insiders like Adam Schefter, who mentioned that the Ravens, currently sitting at 4-5 and struggling defensively, might be open to trading Smith. Baltimore's defense has been leaky, giving up an average of 26.1 points per game, and with a secondary that's cap hit at around $18 million, they're looking to clear some cap space and rebuild. Schefter's sources suggest that Baltimore is willing to part ways with Smith in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's a significant move, especially considering Smith's impact on the field. It's a clear indication that the Ravens are prioritizing their rebuild around Lamar Jackson and focusing on extensions for players like defensive tackle Dalen Hayes and others, while trying to shed some cap weight. Now, let's talk about what Roquan Smith can do for the Packers, because this isn't just about big-name trades. It's about transforming our front seven into a true powerhouse. Smith is an elite tackler, and when you watch him tape, it's clear that he's a game-changer. He's someone who can reduce yards after contact, which is huge in today's NFL, where explosive plays can swing entire games. His coverage skills are versatile, able to line up against tight ends, running backs, or even step back in zone coverage, making him a nightmare for offenses to scheme against. His ability to disrupt plays in the backfield is impressive, with career stats already boasting over 800 tackles, including 20 sacks and a strong PFF grade of 87.2. That's elite production, and it's rare to find a linebacker with that kind of consistency and impact. Furthermore, Smith's profile indicates he's a multiple-time All-Pro, with a career that includes a forced fumble, an interception returned for a touchdown, and a reputation for clutch plays. His EPA per run is 28, meaning he's a disruptive force against the run that can flip the field. His tackle rate of 9.1 tackles per game and an 18% run-stop percentage demonstrate his ability to be a true anchor for any defense. Despite some injury setbacks, he missed 2 games due to an ankle injury. His overall health is solid, and his performance when on the field is undeniable. Think of him as a modern-day Ray Lewis, someone who can bring leadership, intensity, and a fierce desire to dominate on every snap. So why would the Ravens consider trading him? Well, their current roster situation is a big part of it. With an $18 million cap hit, they're balancing a roster that now revolves heavily around Lamar Jackson's rebuild, alongside extensions for other key players like Dalen Hayes. Their record at 4-5 isn't telling the full story. They're actually better than their record suggests, with some close losses and a defense that's been giving up short passes that keep drives alive. Clearing cap space and acquiring a future second-round pick makes sense for them right now, especially if they believe they can continue to develop their younger players and rebuild around Lamar. On the other hand, the Packers are looking at this potential move through a different lens. With about $12 million in cap space, they're actively seeking to bolster their front seven, which has been a point of concern this season, especially against the run. A linebacker like Roquan Smith could be the missing piece that elevates our defense to new heights. That's the kind of impact that can turn close games into decisive victories. Our defensive grading from PFF sits at 80.0, which is solid but could be much better with a player of Smith's caliber. His addition would bring instant stability and leadership, especially in the middle, where his experience and instincts could help young players develop faster and improve our run defense, which has struggled at times this year. The potential impact on the Packers' defense would be significant. We're talking about cutting our opponent's rushing yards per game by around 15%, thanks to Smith's tackling and run-stopping ability. His presence would increase tackles per game by about 15, and his knack for creating turnovers, adding around 10 more forced turnovers per season, could be a game changer. We've seen what a difference a player like Wagner made for the Seahawks, boosting their defense by over 12%. If the Packers bring in Smith, it wouldn't just be a positional upgrade. It would be a statement of intent. A defense that's already solid could become elite, and that's exactly what we need if we're serious about reclaiming the NFC North and making a deep playoff run. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture, Super Bowl odds. Right now, betting markets have the Packers at around plus 1,500, but with the addition of a player like Roquan Smith, those odds could tighten significantly to about plus 1,100. That's a reflection of the increased confidence in our defense and overall team strength. Smith's ability to be a difference maker against the run and in creating turnovers would give us a real X factor, someone who can flip the script in crucial moments, especially in tight playoff games. This kind of move echoes the 2023 Bears, who made strategic trades and draft picks to build a competitive team. If the Packers pull this off, it's not just about plugging a hole. It's about signaling that we're here to contend, that we're building a dynasty. Of course, there's some skepticism. Some fans and analysts wonder if Baltimore might hold out for more or if the Packers are willing to part with a future second-round pick for a player who might need some time to fully integrate. But considering what Smith can bring, leadership, intensity, game-changing ability, this trade could be a pivotal moment for our team. It would set the tone for our front seven, sending a message that the Packers are serious about dominating on defense, just like they did in the glory days with Clay Matthews and others leading the charge. It's about creating a culture of relentless pursuit of excellence, and Roquan Smith fits that mold perfectly. As we look ahead, the potential of acquiring Smith isn't just a short-term fix. It's a strategic move that could shape the future of the franchise. It's about building a team that can contend not just for this season, but for years to come. With a strong defense and an emerging offense led by Jordan Love, the Packers are positioning themselves to be serious contenders in the NFC. And adding a player like Smith could be the final piece to put us over the top, helping us finally get back to the Super Bowl stage where we belong. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking at the broader context of the NFL this season, the Packers are in a unique position. Our defense is trending upward, and the offense is starting to find its rhythm under Jordan Love. The addition of a veteran, game tester like Roquan Smith could be the catalyst that propels us into serious Super Bowl conversations. Our schedule remains challenging, but with a defense strengthened by Smith's leadership and playmaking ability, we can handle the toughest offenses the NFC North and NFC as a whole throw at us. The NFC is wide open this season, with teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys showing that it's a league where defense often wins championships. But what sets the Packers apart is our resilience and the potential we see in our roster. We've seen flashes of brilliance from Jordan Love, and with a defense that can shut down key opponents, our chances increase exponentially. The NFC North has been a battleground, with the Vikings and Lions vying for supremacy. If we can bolster our front seven with Smith, we not only improve our pass rush and run defense, but also send a message to our rivals that we're ready to take back control. That kind of confidence can be contagious, especially when you have a locker room filled with players hungry for success. And let's not forget, the NFL trade deadline is approaching, and this kind of move, if it comes to fruition, would create waves across the league. It would be a statement that the Packers are serious about competing now and in the future. It's about building a team that's not just good enough but exceptional, capable of challenging for a Super Bowl and leaving a lasting legacy. The strategic acumen of the front office will be tested, but if they pull this off, it could turn the tide in our favor and set a new standard for the franchise. In conclusion, while nothing is set in stone yet, the anticipation is palpable. Roquan Smith's potential move to the Packers is one of those rare opportunities that can redefine a team's trajectory. It's about more than just adding a star linebacker. It's about signaling our intent to be serious contenders. With the right pieces falling into place, especially on defense, the Green Bay Packers can once again rise to the top of the NFC and chase that elusive Super Bowl trophy. So fans, stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep believing. We're on the verge of something special, and it might just start with a bold move. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.